Hello everyone, this is Christy. Today I'm going to present to you the new machine from LOKLiK, and this one is the iEngrave laser machine. This machine is amazing. You can assemble very easily and it's very safe, and I'm going to tell you everything about it. And here are some of the samples that I made. And for your convenience, you can find the timestamps of the content of this video in the description box. The machine comes in a big box and needs to be assembled. Here is the manual. And as you can see, all of the parts come well protected in this box with a lot of cushions. Take all the parts out of the box, and here in the manual it has the QR code where you can find the instructions. There are many pieces to put together, but don't worry because the assembly is going to be very easy. First, you're going to remove these brackets, and it has one on each side, and we're going to use the hex wrench, and you just need to unscrew. We won't use the brackets anymore, and as you can see, now we can move this part for the laser. Then find the leg extensions, and I got two big ones that I put together and the pad that goes at the end. And I'm going to screw them together, and my machine is going to be a little bit higher. Now I turn the machine upside down and I screw the legs on the corners. And if you notice any screws on the sides that are loose, please tighten them because everything has to be secure. Now we are going to attach the laser module, and you're going to slide this one here, and after you have it there, you are going to lock it with a screw that is on the side. Now I'm going to attach the Wi-Fi module, and I had to put it on the left side, and I'm going to use the double open wrench to secure it very well. Now we move this part to the center and we get this cable and connect to the laser module. It had to go all the way in. Now we are going to secure this cable that is loose, and we are going to add a clip on the side. And all of these accessories are included in the box. Then you are going to get this cable tie that comes in the box as well, pass it through a hole, and then attach the cable in the center and secure it. Then cut the excess. And now the cable is safe on the side. Now to attach the cover, we are going to add these pieces, and we are going to screw two on each side. Use the hex wrench that comes with the tools. And this is how it's going to look, the position of those brackets. Now look for the side panel, and it's labeled up and left side panel, and it says this side outward, and that will go over here. And you can notice that it's on the left because this sensor is right up the front. Now you can take the protection film, and that will be screwed on the side, on the left side. And now find the other side that says right side panel, and same thing, you are going to screw on the right side, and you can remove the protection film before you screw them on the brackets. And this is how it's going to look in the outside. When you're done, you're going to find two cables right here that you have to connect them. Those are the sensors of that door. Then go to the other side and look for the cables and connect them together as well. Now we are going to attach these brackets right here on the back of the machine. And after that, we are going to screw this back panel, and as you can see, the fan goes to the inside and the cable on top. So we are going to attach with screws all around. And don't forget to remove the protective film first. Then you're going to attach the U-shaped connector bar onto the top of the back panel using screws. When you are done, you're going to get the cable that's on top of the fan and pass it through the hole that's on the side. Then we are going to attach these cables to the panels using the clips and ties. I secure the cable using one clip per panel. Then you're going to look for the panel that says back top panel and it says this side outward. That means that will go facing the top. And you have to remove the film and you will know that that side goes up because in the inside it has this rubber and that rubber is going to be in the center. But before we put them together, we are going to attach this light bar. And you just need to peel the backing and attach just under the rubber side. Just like this. Then you're going to place it on top of the machine and the cable you're going to pass it through the hole. And the light has to be in the center. And you're going to attach the top panel using screws. Now I'm going to attach the handle to the front panel and I'm going to use 2 screws for that. And this is how it looks. Now get a U-shaped connector bar and place it on this corner and place the front panel and use the screws to attach them. Now we are going to attach the last panel and for that you need to remove the protective film and place it on top with the rubber side facing down and attach it to the bar using the screws. Now we are going to attach the top panels using these hinges and we are going to screw them on these 2 sides and this is how they look. And the door opens like this. In the back, we are going to attach the ventilation pipe and we are going to use the hose clip. And use the screw that comes in a hose clip to secure it. And this is the fan light bar power adapter. And we're going to connect them to the other cables that comes from the hole on the panel. And here is the power adapter and you have to connect them together with the other cable that comes with it. And then you are going to connect it on the side of the machine. Then you have to connect the USB cable if you're going to use a laptop or computer. One side goes to the front of the machine and the other one to your laptop. And here is the safety key that you insert at the front. And here is the TF current card reader. Here are 3 wood boards to make samples, safety goggles, and a wooden brush. Now we are ready to start the project. To start the machine, you have to make sure that the emergency button is released. And the safety key is turned to the right. And the power button is on. For your safety, if you open the door, the machine will stop working. And you also need to turn this switch on, and that's for the fan. I'm gonna show you the fan and the lighting right here, okay? So if you turn it on, see the difference? And the fan is going to extract all the fumes. Then you're going to place your material and you're going to graduate the laser. Then you can connect the USB cable to your computer or laptop, or you can download the app LOKLiK to connect with your mobile device. If you're using a computer, open the LOKLiK Studio, then upload a design on your canvas. Click on Make and then click on Connect Device. And you will see the image of the LOKLiK iEngrave machine and click Next. Then click on Search, and on that side you will click on Connect. And when you see the check mark, click on Complete Connection. Now that you are connected, you are going to choose the material and engraving parameters. Then you are going to click on Material Library to select the material that you are going to use. And here is the list of the materials that I can choose for engraving. Click on Next and then click on Frame. Now a light is going to show you the size of the image that you chose, and if it's not accurate, you have to adjust it on the canvas. When you finish, click on Done and then Add to Task. And now click Start, and the machine is going to start engraving the material that you use. And after a few minutes, you will see the results. This is amazing. I love it. I really love how it looks. The engraving looks fantastic. These are the samples that I made engraving on wood, and as you can see, these are different kinds of wood. For example, we have this one that is basswood, and this one, it looks like pine, and this one is bamboo. See? So I'm going to show you how they look closer. Look, it's amazing. It engraves wonderfully. See? So you can design any home decoration, you can make gifts. And these three are the same design, but it looks different because it depends on the kind of wood that you use. See? For example, in bamboo, it has different colors because the veneers are in different colors, as you can see right here. So it's not even. Can you see? But it engraves very well. Look, this one is pine, and also you will see darker parts, but it's because of the shades of the veneers. But look at this. This is basswood, and this is the sample wood that I received. And this one is even. It has a few different colors right here, but it looks much better, right? So it's up to you what material you are going to use, but the machine makes a beautiful work. I also cut these embellishments, and these look like die cuts. The machine cuts them very well, and this is how it engraves on the paper. And right here, as you can see, these are intricate, but it cuts very nice. See how thin is this one? But it cuts wonderful. And this is the paper that I use. You can use chipboard, you can use cardstock, different kinds of paper, but the one that I'm using is this watercolor paper, and this one is 350 grams. Look how thick is this one. I'm going to grab one of these so you can see. See, can you see? It doesn't bend, it's stiff, and it's very nice. So you can use this paper as well to engrave or cut your own embellishments. And here I have a leather wallet, and as you can see right here, I engrave it and it looks very nice. See, you can make a monogram, you can maybe use an image and just engrave on leather as well. See, looks very nice. I hope you like the review of this machine, and if you like it, please click in the link in the description box. Thank you very much for watching my videos, for your likes, your comments, and for subscribing to my channel. Have a blessed day, everyone. Bye-bye.